Chan Thomas, released a book called The Adam and Eve Story. Now that title might sound like he's being cute, but he's actually being literal. This book is about the end of the world as we know it.
Hey.
What's up?
Is this one of those stories where you scare the hell out of us? Didn't you wrap it up with a happy ending?
Well, you're half right.
No. If I soil my bowl again, you gotta remember to edit that out.
They didn't know you had an accident. You just told them.
Well...
Thomas presents evidence of a coming shift in the Earth's poles that creates a cataclysm. And Thomas says these pole shifts are cyclical, that on regular intervals, a disaster wipes out almost all human life, and we start over again in the Stone Age. He says we're actually the 6th advanced civilization to evolve on Earth. There may have been even more civilizations that have been here, but the further back you go, the harder it is to know for sure, because some of these civilizations occupied continents that no longer exist. Now, Thomas isn't the first scientist to publish this theory. In 1958, almost 10 years before the Adam and Eve story, Charles Hapgood published The Earth's Shifting Crust, which discussed the Earth displacement hypothesis.
That's right.
This theory says that sometimes the Earth spins really fast and the continents are rearranged. When Hapgood proposed the idea of continental drift, it was called pseudoscience. But Hapgood had his supporters. In fact, Albert Einstein wrote the forewords for 2 of his books. Now, of course, we know that Hapgood was right. The continents do move. They drift apart and collide together over and over again, and have done so for almost 4 billion years. Pangaea was the supercontinent that broke apart to form the land masses that exist today. But before Pangaea, there was the supercontinent Gondwana, which existed for 400 million years. Before Gondwana, there was Pannotia. Before that, Rodinia, Columbia, Atlantic.
confused a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Now, here's MP. Outside, Russell. Pass to Edwards. Plumlee with the steal. And here is MP. Charlotte moving it around. It's stolen by Edwards. He feeds it to Russell. Shoots over Ball. Russell, no good. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They shot the lights out from deep, really stretched out the defense. And now
there's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against Indiana. Russell passes to McDaniels, takes it from 10, drained for 2 points.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
MP against Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And both free throws good for MP. For Charlotte, they might be the most electric team, Clark, in the NBA. Young and very exciting.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, they're extremely potent, and they are exciting to watch. LaMelo Ball, man, he can do just about everything. The Hornets, a lot of fun to watch for sure.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys will see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David.
There's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Charlotte's passing has improved a lot in the last few seasons. Greg, even more.
Yeah, their assist numbers have been terrific, and they keep their turnovers to a minimum. That's a trend you want to see continue.
Gobert can't hit.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And the foul called on MP. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And it's Washington missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits the three-point foul.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Russell against MP. Good D by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Anderson can't get it to go. Hornets leading by 4. MP passes to Hayward. Back to MP. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's 12 points for MP.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
The pass to McDaniels. Back to Russell. Here's the 3. Hornets with the rebound. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece.
And you have to think that they'll know just how much is at stake in these meetings.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here is Russell. And Anderson slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
The drive by MP.
Oh, my goodness. You talk about...
I broke his ankles. I've been breaking the fuck out of his ankles, bro. Russell's ankles. Watch him.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Oh, yeah.
Russell with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And now in the final...
Hey, boy. Now your ball, dog.
And the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Timeout called first of the game for Minnesota. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Taurean Prince comes in for Anderson. Noel, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Oh, here's Edwards. He picked up 36 points in their last one against Indiana.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hornets.
And, guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
The first one falls. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Hayward out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Cody Martin. And it's MP in at the point guard position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
The Timberwolves have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. And he knocks down the first one. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had
it would have do what it did. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're about to get on it, man. I'm just packing me a bowl right quick. I feel like balling a little bit now, man. I done play some God of War. My guy is ready to, man. He's feeling good tonight, man. So.
Had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff run.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Tries from 10. The shot, no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
MP finds Washington. Stolen by Anderson. Russell with it. Now defended by Hayward. The shot by McDaniels, no good. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 17-point lead, their biggest. Now, here's McDaniels. Tight defense. Passes to Anderson. Deep two from Russell. That one wide left.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that's now 21 points for MP. Timberwolves trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And stolen by Russell. Here's Anderson. And it's MP with the rebound. Charlotte's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And the Hornets making a change here. Ball's checked in. MP against Russell. Washington trying to break free. MP, no good for Minnesota. They've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. Charlotte making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Now, here's MP. Defense is right there. Count that one.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Ball against Russell. Pass to Noel. Over Plumlee. Shots good by Noel.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
MP looking around. Plumlee trying to break loose. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. Personal foul. For Charlotte, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And the shot goes in.
Hey, you know, this is what you like about Gordon Hayward. He can score from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's Noel. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Anderson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness. And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Now, here's McDaniels. Defended by Hayward. Russell, this is to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Tries again. And it's finished off inside by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Now, here's MP. Defense right on him. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Nick Richards comes in for Plumlee, and McDaniels subbed in for P.J. Washington. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Taurean Prince comes in for Anderson. Edwards has come in for Noel. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Russell. Hornets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by MP. Ball's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's MP. Reed with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Good on the shot. McDaniels got 7 points. Hornets leading by 21. Now, here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 29 points for MP.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
McLaughlin, the pass to Edwards. Here's McDaniels. 7 points in the game. Edwards with it. Now defended by MP. Edwards against MP.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it's a good game here, bro.
That one is on.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is so...
I'm going to play the rec or the park next. Yep.
Charlotte having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court for Minnesota. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Russell in at the one spot. It's his first trip to the line.
He's hit his free throw.
Hey, I got to run to the bathroom, bro. I'll be right back. Boy, it's cold outside.
Throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
And McDaniels drops them both. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Edwards against MP. Now the pass to Washington. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
Savvy play that time on the part of Washington, got his man in an awkward position, and then drew the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
Russell from long range. Kept alive, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Edwards got 16 points.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
MP, good.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Outside Edwards. Passes it to McDaniels. Russell looking around. Five on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed.
Man, would you go ahead and download the PS5 version of 2K23? I like to see what it looks like over there, man, myself personally.
That one misses. Hornets.
They got a lot of stuff you can do over there, you know, that you can't do over here. And I was looking at Madden 23 also, man, on PS5. Oh my God, bro. They got some nice games for the PS5, bro. A couple of them that I'm thinking about getting. Not the same one that, not the one TW got me in. I don't care for that one, bro. I looked at that game.
62% on the night to this point. Here's Ball. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And for the Timberwolves, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. And Russell gets it to go.
Well, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
That shit loud as hell. Them guys out in that damn shit they are right there.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And even down big, the effort is still there to try and make a comeback.
Basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Russell. To the wing on the left. Anderson against Washington. Shoots from 12. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Hayward kicks to MP. Inside, here's Washington, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
They're doing work. Here's the second start.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. And how exciting it must be to have LaMelo Ball, Clark, on your team.
Kevin, clearly one of the most exciting guards in the league. The anticipation was through the roof for Ball, and needless to say, I think he's lived up to it.
Here's MP. And jammed down as he goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Rising and punching it. That was an angry finish.
He wanted that dunk to stand out for sure.
And I'd say it did, guys. I mean, you can see that by the way the guys on the bench exploded when they went down.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The size, the change of pace, the shiftiness of Russell. A hard guy to defend without foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
The Hornets have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted to game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green